continue our conversation on urban youth culture. Tell me a little bit more about that.
What
does that mean exactly?
What's urban?
Urban. Yeah, what is urban? Because we're always using it, aren't we?
Well, it depends on like. There's like two meanings.
Give me the two.
You got like the geographical. I can't even pronounce
Geography. That one. We're allowed to make mistakes, Lovey.
Yeah, you got
geographical.
Something like that. You got that.
Yeah.
You got that term, which is urban. Is like.
Is urban a good thing or a bad thing? Is urban a ghetto?
No.
No? Okay, good.
That's one thing I don't like.
Yeah?
When people mistake urban and ghetto
together,
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Explain why it's different then.
Urban is more like, because like the geo. We're just gonna say geo.
Yeah, geo.
The geo term is like countryside. If you look at country, it's like, you know, very Actually, no. Urban is more city.
City.
I got it mixed up with rural.
Rural. Yeah, that's right.
So rural is more like country. Is like country.
Yeah.
Urban is city.
Yeah.
And then ghetto is just a slang term.
For the rough parts.
I feel like it's the rough arts, but I feel like they use that word ghetto to cover up poverty.
Oh,
and those two are
that's
different.
Interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting.
No, like, because poverty is something, you know, where it comes like rich and poor and class and whatnot. Ghetto is just a slang term where they like, you know, where they say black people, because it's really affiliated with black people. That's one of the reasons why I don't like, you know, when people say ghetto, they say, oh, you're ghetto, rah.
Yeah.
Are you from ghetto or something? And it's like, nah, like we're all urban, you get it? Because this is London.
Yeah.
It's a city. It's
a
a whole city. It's urban. So everyone is urban. If you use that logic where you apply ghetto to urban, it's just like, all right, then everyone's ghetto then. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that actually. I understand that. So, all right. Elaborate on mental health. You know, you wanted to speak about mental health. Why is there a lot of mental health happening in the young people?
It's because of social media.
Again, so what they're following.
Yes, it will always be because of social media.
Yeah.
Because it's like, again, the influencers. And like people, like, I don't know if it's true, but I remember like there was a fact, they said, oh, did you know that social media is more addictive than alcohol and drugs?
Yeah.
And in a way, if you look at it realistically, it might just be because you have people who are like on their phone more than doing drugs.
Definitely so. Morning, noon and night in between, yeah.
Exactly. And like why young kids, they have these mental issues is because they go on media and they compare their lives to other people's lives on social media. I don't get that many followers. I don't get that many likes. This person,
so it's important for them to have all this in this day and age. Is that important? Is that their main importance for young people?
No.
No? What happened to reading a book and ringing your friend from a house phone? That doesn't happen no more?
That's what social media was supposed to do. But it failed. Because remember, social media, it has the word social in it.
Yeah.
Which is something I feel like people forget. Social media was supposed to be something where you know, people socialize.
Yeah, interact better than what's happening now, I say.
Exactly.
Wow.
You remember?
Go on.
You remember when Mark Zuckerberg said that he was gonna remove the like system from Instagram when he bought it?
Oh, did he? I don't.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know that. So why was he gonna remove that? What is his reason?
He even quote unquote said, I feel like, he said something along the lines like, I feel like we should start using social media to connect with people rather than, you know, look for appraisal and like.
Yeah.
So and then social media and Twitter and everything went crazy. Like people were like, "Oh no, this can't happen."
Yeah.
It's crazy. People's reaction.
So how do we change that? How do we change that mindset? Can it be changed? That's the next thing. Can it be changed?
Of course, it can be changed.
Yeah.
Just with like the right influence and the right, you know, people and role models. Because this is like the next thing when I talk about mental illness on like a deeper level is that you have young kids who grow up without mothers and fathers.
Yeah.
Some who have none no family, no friends, nothing. They grow up alone, foster care, and da 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 da. So they look towards social media for their role models and their influences.
That's pretty sad, though. When you think of it, it's pretty sad.
It's sad, 100%.
You know?
But that's the case. That's just the fact of it. So like, that's why I say like, these role models and these artists and these famous people, like these celebrities, they have
got a job to do. Then
they got exactly.
Yeah, they got a job to do.
They got a huge job to do.
Yeah.
Job to do. Sorry.
Yeah.
One influencer slash like celebrity is Jake Paul. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
No, I'll have to Google him.
He was a guy. You might know. You know, like Deji and like.
Deji,
KSI and all of that.
Oh yeah.
Remember, and then they had the fight with the.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Jake Paul was one of those, and he for like the longest time has been like a heavy like bad influence.
Oh, it's been a bad one, not a positive one.
Yeah, like he will. I feel like what it is just most of these famous people don't realize, you know, how much of an impact they have on like these people's lives.
But they must see their fans, how their fans are falling over them. Don't they have that time to put time aside and say, you know what, let me do something positive for these young people? Especially like a lot of young people are committing suicide as well. What is that about? When did this happen, you know?
I mean, when it comes to like suicide and all of that, it's because, you know, it's the norm, it's the social norm. Yeah, don't like, especially for boys.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I'm all for like, women right and stuff, but people never look at boys and men.
Yeah, you're right.
It's men that get more, you know, discriminated, and they get more, what's it called? Like, it's men and like young kids.
Yeah.
Like young men are committing more suicide than ever.
Yes.
It's because of the social norm that says, oh, you're a man.
You're meant to be tough.
You're meant to be tough.
And everything.
Yeah, exactly. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't really show no emotions. You can't really show, oh, you're depressed or whatever. People are just going to tell you, you're just overreacting and blah, blah, blah. But
and see, that's dangerous because, you know, if a young person hasn't got no one to talk to, then it is going to lead them to do something like that. Yeah. So what I want to say online now, or on air now, is speak to someone, young men and young boys, speak to someone. Don't hold it up inside you.
No word.
Don't hold it up inside you. It's not worth it. Speak to anyone, somebody, an adult, a respectable adult anyway. Yeah. And
like even that as well is like they don't talk to people who they should be, because like one of the best people they can actually talk to is teachers.
Yeah.
I never once I never once in my life actually thought I would actually say this, but most teachers are you should actually
come and talk to you.
Yeah.
Wow. So, we're going to go for a break in a few seconds, but we'll continue until the break happens. Have you ever felt a time, you don't need to answer if you don't want to, that you felt depressed and you couldn't speak to anyone?
Well, sometimes, like, I think it was around when I was 17, when I was 16. But it's not that I couldn't speak to anyone, because, like, God bless, because, like, I have my sisters and I have my brothers and whatnot, and I have my mom. But like, I never used to like talk to my mom because I didn't want to stress her out with it.
Okay, we're gonna come back after this